Good morning and welcome to another Saturday morning. A little bit later than I advertised, sorry about that, but we had a couple of little issues this morning, technically wise. I was checked out of Streamlabs. Looks like they've had a major update or a small update. But I am here now live, broadcasting from South Wales across the rest of the world. I don't think anybody's in yet, but if anybody is watching, can you just say, yeah, we're in, we're ready to go with these predictions for the Sky Soccer Super Saturday, Saturday Super 6, and there are 6 matches. Well, that's the number of predictions we're going to make this morning that we are going to have a go at. We got one from the Premier League, being the West Brom versus Brighton match. We've got Brentford against Stoke. We've got Rotherham against Reading in the Championship. Good morning, Louis. How are you? Hope you're doing well. And to everybody else out there in YouTube land, we've got Swansea at home against Bristol City, a bit of a 7-side derby. There we have got Middlesbrough coming up against the mighty Cardiff City, and we've got Barnsley coming up against Millwall. So first up, we have West Bromwich Albion coming up against Brighton and Hove Albion. Let's just bring up the statistics of their recent form. Of course, West Brom are second from bottom in the Premier League. Not too clever, as I bring the Championship matches there. West Brom currently find themselves in 19th position in the league table. Last week, they gained a creditable away draw against Burnley, and prior to that they actually held the Red Devils of Manchester United to a home 1-1 draw as well. 2 matches before that there were back-to-back defeats on the road against Spurs and Sheffield United, the Blades respectively. Prior to that it was a home 2-2 draw against Fulham, and before that it was a massive 5-0 defeat against the citizens of Manchester City. Brighton, on the other hand, find themselves in 16th position. Prior to last week's defeat against Crystal Palace, they were doing pretty good with draws against Aston Villa at home, Burnley away. They gained 2 fantastic wins against Liverpool away and Tottenham at home. And prior to that, it was a draw at home against Fulham. So, what are we thinking, guys? This is a very, very tight match. West Brom now, 11 points behind Newcastle in 17th position. So it really is coming up to the last chance saloon for West Brom. They need to put a run of wins together. Can they do it? Can Sam Allardyce do his Houdini trick yet again in another Premier League season? Or will they be going down to the Championship? Brighton, 16th position. Let's have a look what everybody is saying in the Sky Sports. So we've got 25% of people think it's going to be a home win to West Brom. 32% of people are going for a draw, and 43% are going for a Brighton and Hove Albion away victory. And Brighton have been playing well recently. They just need to convert those draws and losses into wins now. Let's have a look what the guys are saying in the chat. Louis is saying, my heart says 0-2 as a Brighton fan, but my head says 1-1. Yeah, it's going to be a very tight match. West Brom, a couple of draws on the bounce. Harry Doherty has gone for a 1-0 away victory to Brighton. Ian, good morning. The man, the myth, the legend. And I understand you're not in a Sainsbury's or a Morrison's car park this morning. You are, in fact, in work. So having a sneaky watch of this one. But you've gone for a 1-1 draw. Also saying, Ferris sent me say, hello, I'm a little bit late as I see. Yeah, I'm a little bit late as well. Slight delays, slight issues with Streamlabs this morning, but we're all up and running now, Ferris, all the way from Czech Republic, and congratulations on that victory over Leicester City as well. But you have gone for a 1-0 away victory to Brighton. Yeah, I did my Premier League predictions earlier this week, and I did go for a draw in this one, a low-scoring draw. I'm going to keep to a 0-0 scoreline. I don't think there's going to be goals. Brighton, okay, they got the likes of Trossards and everything like that. But I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw in this fixture. And good morning, the Dugout Football Channel. I see you are in work as well as Z12. You're on your break, possibly in the canteen or maybe outside, Douglas. But yeah, welcome in. Hopefully you'll be home for some of the football this afternoon. Not sure what time your shift started, probably about 7 or 8 o'clock, which means you probably finish about 3 or 4 o'clock today, Douglas. Maybe you're on a 12-hour shift. I don't know. I'm just surmising. But welcome to the chat, Douglas, anyway. Yeah, 0-0. Rizwan Azra, I'm back. Hi, Rizwan, all the way from India. Welcome in, my friend. And you have gone for a 1-0 victory to Brighton. Yeah, I'm going to hold my horses on this one. Low score and draw. 0-0. West Brom really need the points in this one, but I am going for a 0-0 draw all the same. Next up, we move down to the Championship, of course, and we've got high-flying Brentford, who've gone through a little bit of a tricky spell recently, coming up against Stoke, who are just outside the playoff zone. So if we just bring the league table up on the screen. And Tormod Nicholson, I think that's how you say. Good morning to you, Tormod. Hope you are doing well wherever you are in the world. Maybe from Scandinavia, perhaps, maybe. Yeah. I'm out until 12 today, so not long. Well done, Douglas. Get home for that football. Good luck. I have my own reasons for wanting Liverpool to win as well this weekend, so good luck to Liverpool today. Anyway, back to the predictions. And we're looking at Brentford against Stoke City. Now, Brentford beat Sheffield Wednesday last week. Of course, Sheffield Wednesday slipping into the bottom 3 in 23rd position. But that was a good victory. But prior to that, Brentford suffered defeats away against Coventry and QPR, who have been in magnificent form themselves recently. And Barnsley are on a really good run as well. So prior to those 3 defeats, they beat Reading 3-1 at the Majeski. And prior to that, they beat Middlesbrough 4-1. So Brentford back to winning ways last time. Can they sustain that against Stoke? Because Stoke had a bit of resurgence about, a few months ago, shot up the table. But last week they lost against Barnsley as well. So both Brentford and Stoke City recently losing against Barnsley. Prior to that, though, they did beat Luton and Sheffield Wednesday, both at home, both clean sheets. Prior to that, a defeat on the road to Norwich. Norwich, of course, top of the table. And prior to that defeat, they drew against Reading at home and gained a 1-1 draw against Huddersfield away from home as well. So, what are we thinking, guys? Are Brentford going to get back on track? They are currently 7 points, as you can see, behind Norwich City in second place. Or are we thinking that Stoke, just outside the playoffs, with 46 points, they are 4 points behind Cardiff in that final playoff position? Let's have a look what the Sky community are saying in this one. So we have got 81% of people are thinking this is going to be a Bees home win. 11% are going for the draw and 8% are going for a Stoke victory. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. Think I need to have a word with our IT department. The Wi-Fi is not the best in work. Ian, you know who to call. Excellent. You know their number? Get on the phone to them. Norway, I guess right. Home of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course. Yes. And Haaland? Don't. Anyway, welcome from Norway. I will be visiting Norway in the next 5 years, I hope, on a cruise, going through the fjords. Always wanted to go. I will hopefully get there in the next 5 years. Louis Willard, though, is going for a 2-1 victory to Brentford. Ferris 77 has gone for a 2-1 victory to Brentford as well. Nom Pumenlelo Luquela, I just murdered that. In Eswatini? Is that in Africa? Or is that in, I think that's in Africa, isn't it? Eswatini? Nom Pumenlelo. Again, sorry, mate. I'll just call you Nomp for now. Ian's gone for a 2-1 victory to Stoke in this one. Rizwan Azra, all the way from India. You need to visit India. I will. I am coming to India on a cruise in the next 10 years. I will be there. Tormand has gone for a 2-1 victory as well. So consensus is that Brentford are going to win this one. They are going to score a couple of goals, but they will concede as well. The cyber leader, West Ham United FC. Hello, mate. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing good this morning. Sun is shining. Football's on. Lots of football. It is, and it pains me that I'm not at the Cardiff City Stadium or up at the northeast where Cardiff played Middlesbrough today. Pains me in this super weather. I'm stuck here indoors not going to a football match tonight. Terrible, terrible. But Cyber Leader's gone for a 2-0 victory to Brentford 2. So what are we thinking? I just want to have a look at Stoke's defensive record. So Stoke, in their last 6 matches, didn't score last week. Prior to that, they did get a 3-0 and a 1-0 victory. Prior to that, they did score against Norwich, and prior to that, they blanked against Reading before scoring against Huddersfield as well. Whereas Brentford, let's have a look at their defensive record. Okay, they clean sheeted last week prior to them conceding 2 goals in their previous 3 matches. And previous to that, yeah, interesting, they did concede against Middlesbrough and Reading, but both those teams are good. So, yeah, this is going to end up, let's have a look how many goals they've scored. So they've scored 3-0, 1-0, 3 and 4. So this is going to be a 2-1 or a 3-1 victory, I believe. It's at home. Yeah, I'm going to go one more than what the guys in the chat are saying. I think it's going to be a Brentford victory, but I'm actually going to go for a 3-1 victory. Before I proceed, I just want to see Stoke's defensive record. Yeah, they did concede 4 against Norwich and 2 against Barnsley. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to go for that 3-1 victory. Back to the chat. Shout to me from Eswantini. Yes, I am shouting out to you. Nompum. I'll call you Nompum. As we try to do FBL deadlines, I would try. Rizwan, I'm doing quite well in it. Last week I totally forgot about it, but yeah, well, maybe at the end of the show I'll just quickly go through my fantasy football team. What's Nathan doing? Nathan is he's only just got up. 10:15. He's going downstairs for his bacon and Cocoa Pops. He's going to watch a little bit of Soccer Saturday on the TV. Then he's going to hopefully help me in the garden for an hour. And then he's going to gear up for the live stream this afternoon, which he'll be going live at around about 5 to 3 for that Middlesbrough versus Cardiff City fixture. But anyway, back to the predictions and back to another fixture where we've got Rotherham coming up against Reading. Now, Rotherham find themselves in the relegation zone. So they really need to start to pick up points, especially after they've been defeated in their last 4 matches. Reading, on the other hand, only 1 win in their last 6 fixtures as well. Reading losing against bottom of the table Wickham midweek. Prior to that, they lost against Middlesbrough away. They beat Bristol City. Now, Bristol City, of course, was lost their manager. And Woodgate was Woodgate's. What am I talking about? He's down at Bournemouth, yeah. But Reading with the new manager, Bristol City with their new manager, winning last time out. Anyway, they lost to Reading 2-0. Prior to that, Reading lost to Millwall 2-1 at home. Prior to that, they lost to Brentford 3-1 before recording an away draw against Stoke City. So Reading haven't won in their last 3 fixtures against Brentford, Millwall and Middlesbrough. Defeats at home. And they're coming up against this Rotherham side who 4 straight defeats against Nottingham Forest, Norwich, Bournemouth and Cardiff. Prior to that, they did beat Preston on the road and they did beat Derby. So they are at home. Although they did beat Cardiff, who were on a resurgence, we know, and they lost against Cardiff and they lost against Nottingham Forest. Can they beat Reading? This is a difficult one, guys. Yeah, I think I know where I'm going to go in this one. But let's have a look at what the Sky viewers are saying. So 15% are going for a Rotherham victory. 59% are going for a Reading victory, and 27% are going for a draw. Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. I just woke up, lol, now. Indeed, Saturday mornings, Cyber Leader. You've gone for a 2-1 away victory to Reading. Ian's gone for a 3-1 victory to Reading. Ferris77 has gone for a 1-1 draw. And Nompumbalendo Lukeli, Africa next to South Africa. That is right. Is that East or West Africa? I think, I can't remember now, but is that East, just to the East, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong then, Nompulum. Anyway, Nompulum, who do you support in the world? Do you have a Premier League team? Do you support someone like the Kaiser City, you know, the Kaiser Chiefs down there or someone like that? Yeah, let me know in the chat. And Tormod Nicholson, all the way from Norway, has gone for a 1-1 draw between Rotherham and Reading. I've got 2 hours till we play. Indeed, West Ham. Good luck to West Ham this afternoon against Manchester City. I'm going to be watching that one. That one's live on the television. Very exciting game. So, yeah, let's be watching that one. But back to the scores. Rotherham, Reading. I think this one's going to end up in a draw. Rotherham really need the points, especially now that they are in the relegation zone. Reading and all sorts of difficulty. Only 1 win in their last 6 matches. They'll want to get back to winning ways, especially with the likes of Cardiff, who've now entered the playoff picture. Barnsley picking up as well. So I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this fixture. R787B, are you doing Everton versus Southampton on Monday? I've already done that in my predictions, R787B. I'm sure you've looked at the my predictions on my predictions video, so check that out. If I can remember rightly, I think I went for an Everton victory in that fixture. I support Spurs, and in Norway I support Rosenborg. Oh, well done there, Tormod. Yeah, Spurs. Gone through a bit of a difficult patch. Gareth Bale's actually playing a little bit better now, but I fully expect them to win these next 2 fixtures over the weekend and in midweek as well, because there's 17 fixtures over this game week 26. Anyway, back to this Soccer Saturday Super 6, and we've got Swansea City, who suffered defeat at the hands of Huddersfield last time, out 4-1, coming up against Bristol City under the stewardship now of Nigel Pearson. And he did gain an absolutely fantastic victory in his first match in charge away against Middlesbrough. But prior to that, look at those stats. Losing 5 on the bounce. Didn't score in 4 of those matches where they lost against Barnsley, Reading, Watford and Cardiff City. And they did suffer a narrow 3-2 defeat against Brentford as well. So can Bristol City go to the Liberty Stadium or Swansea and carve out a victory? Or will Swansea, who are currently in 4th position, albeit with a couple of games in hand over Watford, Brentford and Norwich at the top of the table? As we said, they lost 4-1. It was last weekend against Huddersfield, but they did turn it around slightly with a 1-0 victory over Coventry City in midweek. But prior to that, they were on a fabulous run where they saw themselves beat Norwich, Nottingham Forest, Rotherham, and they drew against Brentford. So this one's a little bit of a difficult one to call. Will the managerial bounce continue for Bristol City, or will Swansea continue their fine form? Let's have a look what the Soccer Saturday Sky community is saying. Well, 82% have gone for a Swansea victory, 11% have gone for a draw, and 7% have gone for a Bristol City victory. Now, remember, Swansea City do have the best defensive record in the Championship this season, so they're not going to concede many, even though we said that last weekend, and Huddersfield, the Terriers, put 4 past them. Bristol City, not sure what to expect. Can they continue that run of 1 game? Let's have a look what you guys are saying in the chat. Anything can happen. Do you remember Antonio and Lingard, if they can link up like last week versus Spurs, the other day versus Villa? Indeed, their cyber WHUFC, fantastic. And I do like the 2 guys from the Czech Republic as well, Sufal and our guy in the middle of the park there, who plays along with Declan Rice. His name's just escaped me for a moment. But yeah, Bristol City 2, Swansea City 1 for the cyber leader. An away victory there. Ferris77 has gone for a 2-0 victory to Swansea over Bristol. Nelson Afaro, welcome in, my friend. How are you doing today, Nelson? Hope you are doing well. I think, are you from Canada, I believe? 1-0 victory all the same to Swansea. Rizwan Azwara has gone for a 5-0 thumping for Swansea over the Robins. Ian's gone for a 3-2 victory to the Jacks. Him being a Jack fan, of course. Nelson's gone, I don't think they want to let promotion slip. No, they won't. Tormund Nicholson has gone for a 1-0 victory to Swansea as well. Bristol have a new manager for this game, so looking to impress. Indeed, Ian, especially after they were... Yeah, Soucek, of course. How could I forget that cyber leader? Yeah, Soucek, Soufal, Declan Rice, Antonio, of course. Yeah, absolutely fantastic season. I presume you're really happy with how West Ham are playing and David Moyes this season. Maybe if they can invest a little bit over the summer, maybe they can push on again next season. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, back to my prediction. I think this will be a tight match. I don't think Swansea will concede. They don't score that many goals either, do they, Swansea? So I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to Swansea in this championship prediction. Now, it's the big one for me. It's Middlesbrough coming up against the mighty Bluebirds of Cardiff City. Now, Cardiff City having 6 matches on the bounce they have won. They've beaten last time out a very good victory away against Bournemouth. Prior to that, they beat Preston 4-0, Luton Town 2-0, Coventry City 3-1, Rotherham 2-1, and Bristol City 0-2. Middlesbrough, on the other hand, up and down form. Last time out, they lost against Bristol City with their new manager in Pearson. Prior to that, they beat Reading at the Majestic. Prior to that, they beat Huddersfield at home 2-1. But 2 matches before that, they lost on the road against Derby, and they also lost against Brentford 4-1. And prior to that, they did get a very good draw against Norwich. Now, I do know that Middlesbrough do have a few players out for this fixture against Cardiff. Cardiff, on the other hand, have, as we say, since the new manager has come in, they've really started to turn things around, looking solid at the back, even though they did concede a poor goal against Bournemouth. But going forward, look fantastic as well. So much, though, depends on Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore gets injured, then Cardiff could find themselves in a little bit of trouble. I think winger Ojo is out for this fixture as well. Joe Rawls is back in contention for a starting spot as well. So it's looking good for Cardiff, but it is a long journey. They've probably flown it from Cardiff Airport up to the Newcastle Airport for this fixture against Middlesbrough. So let's have a look what the Sky community is saying. So we've got 17% of people are going for a Middlesbrough victory, 24% are going for a draw, I think it will be tight, and 59% are going for a Cardiff City win. What are we thinking here? What are your thoughts on Dominic Calvert-Lewin in game week 26? Yeah, a good choice as a striker. I think they got 2 matches this week. I haven't actually put him in my side. Can't actually fit him in there because I haven't got enough of that £100 million to spend on the Everton striker. However, I have bought in an Everton defender in Ding. Napomdo Danky. He's the best at corner, yes. Ferris77 says next year in Premier League will be more of Slavia's players. Will be more Slavia. Yeah, probably. Especially after that victory against Leicester. Right, Rizwan. Of course, captained him. Oh, you've captained Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Interesting. Let's see if he scores and get you a hat full of points in that one, Rizwan. Cyber Leader has gone for a 2-1 away victory to the Bluebirds. The Cyber, do you listen to TalkSport? Cyber Leader, I do listen to TalkSport when I'm in the car, not in the house. When I'm commuting all around South Wales, I am on the road quite a bit, so I do listen to a bit of TalkSport, mainly sort of the breakfast show and the drive home around about 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. Post 70%, for example, Abdullah Sima, Peter Olaranki, I think it is, Lucas Provard, Oscar Dawley, Andre Cora, really good players with potential. Yeah, we could see them in the Premier League in the coming years. Somebody, Moyes will want Simmer. Yeah, indeed. He was Abdullah Sim. What a player. Thomas Nicholson from Norway has gone for a 3-1 victory to Cardiff. And Ferris 77 has gone for a 2-0 victory to Cardiff. And Ian is tipping the Bluebirds to win this one. And he's gone for a 2-0 win. So, what are my thoughts? Yeah, I think Cardiff will sneak this one. However, we've got a former manager in Neil Warnock, and he will not want to lose against Cardiff in this one. He's going to be pulling out all the stops, even though that they've got a couple of injuries. Former Cardiff City player Nathaniel Mendes-Lang, of course, will be probably be playing against his former team. If I was manager, I'd put him definitely in there to prove a few people wrong. But I think Cardiff will sneak this one, and I am going to go for a narrow 1-0 victory to the Bluebirds. And the final fixture of this Soccer 6, we have Barnsley coming up against Millwall. Now, as I said earlier, Barnsley in a very good form. They currently find themselves in 8th position, beating Stoke City 2-0 last time out. Prior to that, they beat Bristol City away from home. Prior to that, they beat Blackburn at home and also Brentford away. Prior to those 4 victories, they drew with Nottingham Forest 0-0. And prior to that, they drew with Cardiff City at Barnsley. Let's have a look how far back this run for Barnsley goes. Well, the last time they lost was on the 19th of January, where they lost on the road against Watford. We know Watford very strong at that point, and also they've lost against Swansea and Norwich. So those 3 teams in the playoff picture. Prior to that, they did get those 2 victories against Rotherham and Huddersfield. Prior to that was a defeat against Swansea and Bournemouth. So let's look. Okay, they got defeated against Blackburn, but apart from that, they're only losing really after the start of the season against teams in the playoff picture, you could say, apart from that Blackburn. So Barnsley look a very, very decent team. And I have watched them a few times this season, and they do play very good, attractive football. Let's go back then and have a look. Get rid of that advert. And let's have a look at Millwall. Now, Millwall, on a non-losing streak themselves. They've won 3 and drawn 3 out of their last 6 fixtures. Last time out, they drew away against Luton, 1-1. Prior to that, they gained a 0-0 draw against Wycombe. Prior to that, they had those 3 victories against Birmingham at home, Sheffield Wednesday at home, and Reading away. And prior to that, they gained a 0-0 draw against Norwich. So this one is a little bit tough to call. Last time they suffered defeat was back in the 16th of January against Nottingham Forest away. And prior to that, they did suffer defeat on the 2nd of January at home against Coventry. But they've now gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 games without getting defeated. But they are coming up against Barnsley, who are in fine form. Let's have a look who they played those last 9 games. They played Luton, Wycombe, Birmingham, Reading. Okay, Reading not the best. The form, Sheffield Wednesday, Norwich, good draw there. Cardiff City, good draw. Watford, another good draw, and Huddersfield as well. So this one's a tough match to call, guys. This is going to end up in a draw. I can't see Barnsley actually losing this one, but Millwall, both teams in fine form. Maybe they will cancel each other out. Let's have a look what the Sky community is saying in this one. Well, 63% are going for a home victory to Barnsley. 24% are going for a draw, and 13% are going for an away victory to the Lions of Millwall. Let's have a look. Right, so do you use OneFootball app? Yes, I have got the OneFootball app on my iPod. Use it now and again. I particularly use it, for scores being sent, notifications, that sort of thing. Sometimes I look maybe once a day, perhaps at the latest news. So it's quite useful there, Cyber Leader. Plus, what's the bets on there? Not sure if I'll check that one, but I haven't looked. Cyber Leader, anyway, has gone for a 3-1 victory to Barnsley. Hate Millwall the most in the Prem. Come on, Barnsley. Of course, being a West Ham fan, you are going to hate Millwall. Ian's gone all Wales wins today. Football, rugby and Cardiff. That's right. Good luck to Wales against England today. I think we're playing at the Principality Stadium. So, yeah, come on, Wales. Let's bring home the victory against the English in this one this afternoon as well. Anyway, Ian has gone for a 3-1 victory to Barnsley in this game. And Ferris has gone for a 1-1 draw between Barnsley and Millwall. Millwall, classic draw. Yeah, are they going to just park the bus? You could see a draw in this one. Cyber Leader, in football. What's the bets on there? I use OneFootball app. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean in football. Right. Okay, so Tormund Nikolajsen, my friend from Norway, has gone for a 2-1 away victory to Millwall. Yeah, this is a tough one to predict. Let's have a look. I think how many draws have I predicted this weekend? 2. Difficult one. How many goals are Millwall scoring? Let's have a look. Could this be Desmond's? They don't score, you know. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a goal either way, or it's going to be a draw. I think this one's going to be a draw, guys. Millwall in good form. Barnsley in excellent form as well. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this fixture. So that concludes my predictions in the Sky Bet Super Saturday Soccer 6. We've also got the golden goal prediction. Guys, what are we thinking? When do we think the first goal will go in this afternoon? Now, looking at some of these fixtures, they are very tight. However, there could be an early goal in this Brentford match, and maybe Swansea will come out flying. I know that Cardiff, at long last, have started matches well lately, so I'm looking around about the 4th, 5th or 6th minute. I think I'm going to go for a 4th minute one in this for the golden goal prediction, all the same. So I'm going to go head to head with Jeff, and I am going to submit my entry. So if I were to put a £10 on this accumulator, I'd get back £3,096.58. If I were to put £5 on it, would come back as £1,548. And if I was to put £2, it would come back as £619.32. So back to the chat. Torman's gone for a victory to Millwall, and Ferris has gone for a draw. So right, does anybody want to look at my fantasy football team and how I'm playing it this weekend? Let's get it up on the screen then. I think somebody was after that a little bit earlier. So those of you who are playing along in my fantasy football league, this is my current team. I've played my wild card this week. So I've got Martinez of Aston Villa in goals. I've got Stones of Man City in the back, along with Aina of Fulham, Ding of Everton. I've got a midfield quintet of Harvey Barnes of Leicester, Gundogan and Sterling of Manchester City, Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United, Son of Spurs. I'm captaining Kane this week because he's got a double game week. They're playing Burnley and Fulham, and I've also got Patrick Bamford up front. I normally have 2 West Ham defenders. However, I've had to sell them to get in the likes of Harvey Barnes. You know, I've done a bit of a swap. On the bench, I've got Misler of Aston Villa, Antonio of West Ham, Nico Williams of Liverpool, and Mitchell of Crystal Palace. So, Rizwan said all the best for Fantasy Premier League, and Ian Lovesy's gone for a 3rd minute goal. Can I send you a message on Insta later as I'm doing a new fantasy football as I've lost my account? Yeah, certainly. You can indeed cyber lead at West Ham United. Yeah, no problem at all. So let's have a look at the Bluebird Legend Fantasy Football League. So at the top of the pops, we have got Wildcard, managed by Pablo Camacho, and he or she is currently, looks like he comes from Colombia. Is that the Colombian flag? Currently 1,733 points overall, and he's or she is 683rd in the world. That is the fantastic position there for Pablo. Looking at his team or her team, it's got Salah, Gundogan, Fernandes, and Soucek up front. Calvert-Lewin, Bamford. Look at that, Captain Bamford last week, and Antonio. Diaz and Stones at the back, along with Dallas. Yeah, got a fantastic haul last time out. Let's have a look. I'm going to run down the league, see if you can see yourself in the league. So we've got Dark Ranger, Subhatra Saka, Iron Choudhury. Now I know that Iron plays along in the predictions. Francis Ballardi as well from Ireland. Well done, Francis, for getting up to the 4th position. Munwar Hussain, Fayek Maya, Tiji Mamanen also gives his predictions every week. Josh Smith, Jason Wade, Tiji Varghese as well. Now, Tiji Varghese, I think, comes all the way. There we are. Tiji comes all the way from India. The same as you, Isran, a fellow countryman there in 141st position overall. Let's have a look what the guys are saying. Will Stone start? I'm hoping he starts. Otherwise, if there's rumours he's not, then I'm going to have to swap him out for another Man City player. Do you see on Come On Checks League matches? Last week you ended your stream quite early. I did, but I've got lots to do in the garden today. My cousin is at 12th position in your league. Wow. Digiggle, 12th position. That is your cousin. Well done, Digiggle. Let's have a look. Wildcard played last week. Got a midfield of Gundogan, Salah, Fernandes, Son, and Rafinha. Excellent midfield. Vestergaard, Aina. That's what I put Aina in for myself this week. Dunk of Brighton, Edison, Man City, Ings, and Bamford up front. So yeah, Digiggle of Dylan M, I should say. Yeah, congratulations to your cousin there, Rizwan. Imagine if we got champions. Imagine. I would love to see West Ham in the Champions League. Yeah, I'd love to see. It looks like it's going to be Manchester City, Leicester, and perhaps West Ham, and maybe Chelsea, possibly Manchester United. But it is very exciting. Anyway, let's go down this leaderboard. Ray Morgan, friend of the show, haven't been predicting for a little while. Sounds like the phone has just gone as well. The boys, KLR. There I am in 18th position, the Bluebird legend. Thomas Das, 19th position. Ramato Shittery. And all the way down. See if you can. Will Lawton, Dimo Budikoff, Lewis Howard, Matthew Daly, Lewis Barker, Michael Fio, Jay Whitehouse, Tish, Rizwan. There you are. You're in 50th position. And you call yourself Liverpool as well. I'm in 5th, need to boost up, you do. But you had a good haul last week of 71 points, my friend. Sanchez in goal, Cancelo, Shaw, Rudiger, Ward-Prowse, Barnes. I bought Barnes in myself. See my team and rate, please. Rafinha, 12th. Son, Fernandes, Keane, Bamford. I'm not sure if you've made any changes, but defensively, yeah, Cancelo, very good. Not sure about Shaw or Rudiger there. Midfield, Ward-Prowse can also always get a free kick. Harvey Barnes, very good. Rafinha, excellent. Son, 2 games this week, so he should do well. Fernandes, yeah, very good. Kane, good. And Bamford has been absolutely phenomenal this season. So overall, I'd say your midfield and attack looking very good. Defensively, could make a couple of adjustments there, but Rizwan, very, very good all the same. And Nathan is in what position? Should we have a look? Let's have a look at his position, shall we? Let's see if we can find him before we go. He must be way down. Let's have a look. See if you can spot yourselves, guys, in here. Let's have a look. Where are we? Shane O'Donnell in 66th position. His team is called I Need the Hoylet. Can you see him? Really, Martin? Sam Lesson? Can we? Sam Adams, top of the Klops? Can we find Nathan in here? I need the Hoylet. Where is he? Can we find him? Can we find him, guys? Can we find him? Can we find Nicola? Can we find him? I know where we can get him. Let's go back in here. And then let's go to the boys. And then let's go to Nathan Morgan. He calls himself Rolls Royce. And then let's have a look at him in the Bluebird Legend League. He's currently in 68th position. There we are. Found him. Wherever he's gone. He's in 68th. There we are. I don't think has he been playing? Has he been making many changes? No, there's his team. He's got Ayling, Dallas, both of Leeds, the back. He's got Basuma, Fernandes, Son, and Salah, and Calvert-Lewin, Bamford, and Vardy as his captain. And Nathan, which position? How do I get money in transfers, please? How do I get money in transfers? I think what you do, you buy low. So say if you bought Ayling and he goes on a good run of form, and then his price increases, then you sell him for another player. That's when you sell him for, say, you transfer him out and you get a player who's valued less than him. Then you get a bit of money that way, and then you can increase your rate of your team. How do I get money? I did a bench boost in this game week. Fantastic, Rizwan. Maybe you'll go up the table again, aiming for a whopping 150 points. Wow, especially with being a double game week. Did you read my comment? How do I get money? I did indeed, Cyber Leader. I think that's the gist of it. I'm going to have to look into it myself. Basically, you buy a player low, you sell them high. With that price increase, you get a little bit more money that way. I think that's how it works out. But I'm going to have to leave it there. Guys, I've got lots to do this morning. Just go back to the go here. And there we are. So I've got for a West Brom, Brighton 0-0 draw, Brentford 3-1 against Stoke, Rotherham and Reading to draw 1-1, Swansea to beat Bristol City 1-0, Middlesbrough to lose at home against the mighty Bluebirds of Cardiff City 1-0, and I've gone for a draw in the Barnsley versus Millwall fixture. I'm going to go now, get ready. Yeah, I'm going to go now as well. I'm going to call this a day. Thank you once again for taking up your Saturday mornings and watching me make these predictions. You guys help me along as well with making those predictions. Hopefully we'll win the £250,000 if we can. That's fantastic. If I do, then I'll be upgrading some of my gear. Maybe I'll get a new laptop, a microphone, camera, all that sort of stuff. If I can win that 250 grand, it would be fantastic, and I'd thank each and every one of you for helping us along. Of course, this afternoon, Nathan is going to be live streaming. He will be live from 5 to 3 for that Middlesbrough versus Cardiff City fixture. Make sure you dive in and watch him this afternoon if you can. I'll be in the chat, so if you see me in the chat, say hello and I'll say hi back. But thanks again for watching. Enjoy your football over the weekend and the midweek as well. Hope everybody comes away with good predictions and their fantasy football team do well as well. But for now, yeah, first time you said bye, enjoy your weekend. Bye to you as well. Enjoy your weekend. Ciao for now. Auf Wiedersehen. Sayonara. I'll see you in the next. It is after the City game, so I believe you'll be live.